What's up, core crew? Welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Courtney Janine, and I'm back with another video. In today's video, it's a really special makeup review slash get ready with me. I'm going to be testing out and trying the Cosmetics X Chipotle. If you did not know, I actually worked at Chipotle in my high school years, so when I saw it, I was just like, I feel like I have to get it. So let's unbox it together, and then we'll get into the eyes. I picked up everything from the collection, so if you're wondering how it will look on the melanated world, keep watching. Before we get into today's video, if this is your first time seeing me here on the YT, don't forget to subscribe, join the core crew family down below, and yeah, let's get into today's video. Okay, you guys, so this is the full box. I wish they would have like sold the PR packaging because I just loved it, but they did not, so I had to get just like the standard stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna just take everything out of here and then we can go from there. All right, so let's just go item by item. There were 4 things in the collection, and let's just go one by one. The first thing that I picked up was the makeup bag, which looks like a little chip bag. It says it's okay to be a little extra, X Chipotle. This is something that I probably will not use, to be honest, but I just wanted it because, you know, collector's items sort of thing. The next thing that comes in this collab is the Make It Hot Lip Plumping Gloss in the shade Hot Salsa. I'm gonna actually try this on right now because I love to put on a gloss before I do my makeup and everything like that, so that my lips are moisturized and ready when it's time to like apply an actual lipstick. So let's open this up. The packaging is super cute, and it looks like, ooh, it looks like this. It looks like a kind of red tint, but low-key, like in person it looks like hot pink. But let's see how plumping it is and how it feels in the lips. It smells like cinnamon. The color, although it looks like a bright red or bright pink in the bottle, it is definitely a very light faint color, and it is also burning my lips. Like, it's similar, it's not as bad as like the Too Faced lip injection gloss, but it is up there. Like, my lips are burning. Not too bad that I can't handle it, but like, you can tell that it's a plumping gloss, if that makes sense. If you like plumping gloss, I would say get this. I don't know how much plumping it will do, but it does give you that burning sensation that makes it seem like it's doing something. The next thing is the thing that I'm actually most excited for, which is the Extra Guac Face Sponge Duo. It literally is 2 different sponges, and once you put them together, it looks like an avocado. It is just the cutest thing I've ever seen. I low-key don't want to use it just because it's just so cute and I want it to look like this forever. But it comes with 1 sponge, and then it comes with a little even smaller, oh my gosh, that's my bed timer telling me to go to sleep. Okay, anyways, so it comes with a sponge. This is like perfect to like blend everything. It's very like soft, and then this one is a smaller one where you can get into those really creases and everything like that, and when you put it together, it looks like an avocado. Like, this looks like the pit and this looks like the avocado. So cute. This is what I was like literally obsessed with. I probably should have got 2 so that I could just keep one and then use the other, but I didn't. I think this is the most exciting, but this one is the second most exciting. This is the X Chipotle Eyeshadow Palette. It looks like this. It also comes with a mirror, which I think is just like really awesome. But it looks like this. It literally looks like the setup at Chipotle, and every single, it has everything except like the meat, like the protein. It has sofritas on here, but everything else it does not have, like chicken or steak or anything like that. I guess because they all be like brown. So, but it has lettuce, guac, corn salsa, mild salsa, hot salsa, you know, the works or whatever. So I think I'm gonna try to go for like something green. I'm using the guac and the lettuce, but this is what the palette looks like. It's really cool to me. I just love, I think what really kind of sold me on this collab is the fact that it just looks so true to both of them. We're getting like the high quality products from e.l.f., but we're also getting, it looks true to Chipotle, and it just looks like it was a lot of thought put into it, you know. Also, I worked at Chipotle, so I was kind of like, you know, I should probably get it. But anyways, let's start playing in this. I think we're gonna start, of course, with the eyes first, and then we'll get into face and things like that. I'll just kind of, I don't think I'm gonna look into this, so we'll probably just focus on the eyes, and I'll kind of give you my final thoughts on the collab as a whole. So yeah, let's get into it. So I've already done my eyebrows and my and I prepped my lids for the eyeshadow with some concealer. So on my eyebrows, I've literally just been using the NYX brow glue. You guys, this has been a game changer in my makeup. Like, it takes me seconds to do my brows. I literally rely on this little product from NYX to shape my brows into place, and then I just have to do a little bit of like filling them in with the Milk Makeup Kush Triple Brow Pen and grind. Literally, that's it. And then I just make sure to clean them up with some concealer. The concealer that I use to prime my eyelids and clean up my brows are the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I have them in 2 different shades. I just mix them together. I use medium, tan, golden, and then deep. So yeah, now that we're all caught up to speed, I also prime my face. I used the Soft Silk primer from the hydrating primer from Fenty, and then I also used the Hydro Grip from Milk. So now that we're all caught up, let's get into these eyes. Like I said, I want to do a green look today. If you're interested in this hair, it will be linked down below. It's from Youth Beauty Hair. You can use the code Janine for 20% off. You guys know I love a discount code, so check out the description box. Anyways, I think I'm gonna start with I think this is pinto beans. This is like a brownish color. Also really love about this palette is that it is really like universal. I feel like everyone can kind of make a look with this, especially because you have the pinto beans, you have the black beans to serve as transition shades for all skin tones. They're like deep enough for my melanated world. So yeah, I really like that. I am noticing in this palette though, there aren't a lot of transition shades. It's just the black beans and the pinto beans, and then the lettuce, which are solid colors. Everything else has shimmer to it, so that might be turn off for some of you if you like a lot of matte shades and not too much of shimmers. But let's get into this eye look. I am going to start off with pinto beans, which is this really pretty like brown shade, and I'm gonna put that in my crease. I'm bringing you guys in a little bit closer so you guys can really see the eyes. When I first saw this collab, I was literally like, I am kind of obsessed, and I feel like I really should get it just because I worked at Chipotle, and my friend was like, oh, like do the video and then talk about your craziest experiences at Chipotle. And child, I have so many. Like I said, Chipotle was like my first job, like official job. I got it my senior year of high school. Like I was going into my senior year. It was like the summer before my senior year. I remember it so distinctively. Like I remember I got upset with my mother. I guess I probably like asked her for something, to pay for something, and she was like no, and I was like, what? Like I need to get my own money. Like I literally was like, what the heck, I need to get my own money. And I literally that day I started applying to jobs left and right, and I applied for Chipotle. And honestly, growing up, like we didn't really eat Chipotle like that. Like it wasn't always in our neighborhood. Like now there's like Chipotles everywhere, but back then it was literally, we had to drive really far to get Chipotle. So Chipotles were kind of opening up slowly but surely in our area, and I think that's why I kind of was able to get a job there, because there were so many different locations opening up and they always needed people. I went to a bunch of different they have these things called like open interviews, and I went to so many of them. Literally, it was a little bit daunting because at Chipotle you have to do like a group interview, or most of the time you do have to do a group interview. And it's like, how do you stand out when you're literally with your competition? Like, you know, you always are interviewing at a job and there's multiple people going for that position, but like you're not interviewing with them. Like, what the heck? But anyways, I got the job, and it was literally my first job, first real job, and I feel like that was just a really great learning experience for me. Like, I loved working. I loved working. Oh my gosh, literally I built that color up so well. No patchiness. Literally, I haven't used a e.l.f. palette in a while, so I'm kind of impressed. This is a really like, ooh, like such a pretty brown. This is gonna be like my everyday type of shade because this looks so similar to my it looks similar to my bronzer type of shade, but I really like the pinto bean shade. As you can see, it literally built it up so pretty. I'm gonna add in black beans on the side. I don't know what it was about our location, but we always had very high employee turnover. Like, people would get fired left and right, people would quit left and right. So at a point, I had only been there for like maybe a year or something, but I was like one of the OGs because they were always firing people. Like, literally. And one time I almost thought I was gonna get fired. Mind you, I'm like 16, and one time I can't remember like who it was to come in, but they had come into the store and they were literally buying like water bottles. Like, they were just buying water bottles. And thinking back on it, like, that should have been a sign as well. Like, they didn't get any bowls, but they were all paying with $50 bills, right? And so you probably know where this is going, but anyways, I didn't think anything of it. I was giving them their change, and literally I think I had gone on a break and this lady came back. Mind you, she had come through the line, paid with like $100 bill, and got the 50s that were in my drawer that I had got from those guys earlier. She comes back after going somewhere else trying to pay for something with the $50 that we had given her from our drawer that we had gotten from those guys, and she was like, these are fake $50 bills. And I was like, what do you mean they're fake? Like, but I wasn't at the cashier. Like, I was just coming back from break, so I was trying to play it off like I wasn't the one who got those $50 bills. But y'all, like, they had given me I think it was 3 fake $50 bills, and I was so scared. Like, I thought I was gonna get fired. But even if they tried to fire me, I was like so ready, because I was like, y'all did not teach me how to like figure out if something was fake $50 bills. And whew, that was like one of the most stressful days of my life, because I really was like, child, I'm about to be out of a job. I'm about to be out of a job. Ooh, I'm loving this. I am very impressed. Okay, I'm just gonna put the green on my lids. I think that would be so pretty. It would be better if I could use like I might add some shimmer, but this is pretty. So I'm going in with lettuce right now. But yeah, so that's one of the craziest memories from Chipotle, is the fact that I literally thought I was gonna be fired. There's only one other time that I thought I was gonna get fired from Chipotle. It was literally this day. I don't know what, I feel like it was a busy day. I can't remember if it was like holiday. You guys know at Chipotle they always do like the big Halloween thing, but I don't think it was Halloween. It was just a random day, but we were really backed up, and this couple was trying to use a coupon, and I was like, well, it's not scanning, so I can't. I'm scanning this and literally I cannot, like, it's not showing up, so sorry, you have to pay full price. And they were so pissed at me. They literally wrote a bad review about me. Like, they saw my name on their little receipt and they literally sat down and did a whole review. They left a whole review. I come in the next day, you guys, Tell me why that bad review is on the fridge. Like, it's out for everyone to see, and it says my name. It says I was so rude. Mind you, I wasn't even rude. I wasn't even rude to them. That's why they really tried it. But I thought I was gonna get fired again, because why would my manager put it on the fridge so everyone can see? And everybody was just like coming at me the whole day, and I was like, child, like, it wasn't even that serious. And then again, like, just like with the fake dollar bills, I was like, I wasn't trained to do that. So I literally pulled that card again, and I was like, y'all hired me at a time when y'all was really stressed and y'all ain't had nobody, and y'all didn't show me everything that I need to do. So that's not really my fault that I didn't know that you could like insert the code. Like, how was I supposed to know that? Like, I didn't get fired again, but literally I was like scared. And then there was this one time, like, literally this girl, she had just got hired, right? I can't remember her name. I feel like her name was Karen, but I'm not really sure if that was really her name. But she had just gotten hired, y'all. She said that in her interview, she told like my manager and everything that she had this trip plan. Like, she needed a job, but she had this trip plan. Y'all, the trip came, and my manager was like, if you go on this trip, you won't have a job. And she got fired that same day. I was like, oh my gosh, like, she literally said she had a trip in the interview, and y'all just fired her. Like, I swear, you guys, people were getting fired left and right. It was actually crazy. Like, just an overview of my eyes before I go into my face off camera. What I used was pencil, because I know it's talking about Chipotle and everything like that. I use pencil beans, black beans to like kind of deepen up the crease. I use lettuce, which is like the matte green, to set, like, kind of like do a wash of color on my lid. And then I went over it with guac. I might add a little bit of corn salsa, which is like a gold glitter, in my inner corner, but I want to do that after I finish my face makeup. So I'm gonna go do my face makeup, and then we'll come back and I'll let you guys know my final thoughts on this collab. This eye look is looking so good, and imagine when I like add stuff at the bottom. And you guys, I'm not really getting much fallout. Okay guys, so just finished the eyes. They look amazing. I'm actually really impressed. I'm really impressed with the colors and this look that I do. I never really do color, but this palette kind of took me out of my comfort zone. Like I said, there wasn't too many like transition shades, so you kind of had to like use some type of color. But anyways, I'm about to put this sponge to the test. I don't really want to use it, but I feel like I have to, because like it's a review. Like, girl, are you just not going to use your makeup sponge? So for foundation, you guys know I've been kind of on the wave of NARS, what's this called? NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. I love it so much. I'm in the shade Macau. I feel like this isn't like, I always say this, but it just matches my neck, so I try to match my neck, and then everything else kind of like balances out when I do my concealer, my bronzer. But I'm just gonna, I always like to go in with a brush first, and then do the sponge over it. When you work at fast food, let me know down below if you've ever worked at fast food. Let me know down below, are you AM or are you PM shift? There was always something with AM versus PM. Like, I always was the PM shift because duh, I was in school, so I could not do the morning unless it was like the weekends, and very rarely did they like schedule me back to back. Like, I would do a closing and then I would do a morning shift. Like, no one wants to do any of that. But anyways, so we always were getting into it like between the AM and the PM staff, because you kind of get used to like who you work with. And also the PM shift had to like clean the restaurant after they closed. The AM shift needed to do, like, they opened and they needed to be able to prep all the food. And if we ran out of stuff in the PM shift, it really wasn't our fault because the AM shift didn't prep enough food. And it's like, bro, why are y'all not doing y'all job? Like, the AM shift also always thought they was better than the PM shift, and it was never given that. It was never giving that, okay? Also, what I loved about working at Chipotle, and if you work at a fast food place, let me know if you feel the same, but being able to like kind of come up with like secret menu stuff. Like I know that Chipotle just came out with their quesadilla on their menu, but I worked at Chipotle back in like 2014, 2015, I guess. Y'all, we was making quesadillas then. We was making like so many different things. We knew about the quesadillas. We loved the dressing. Like I feel like still to this day people don't know about the dressing at Chipotle, and it's just like, are y'all living under a rock? It's so good. If you don't know about the quesadillas, definitely check them out. They're so good. If you don't know about a quesarito, definitely look that up. And then also, if you aren't familiar with the homemade like vinaigrette dressing that Chipotle makes for their salads, you're supposed to eat it with their salad, but I always get it with my bowl. It's really unhealthy though. Like every time I look up the specs, like the nutrition facts with that, I'm just like, oh my gosh, I should not be eating that. But the sponge is a sponge. It's not like, oh my gosh, you need it, but it's also just so cute. So I would recommend you get it. My Chipotle order is, I usually go for a bowl. I am kind of anti-meat, but if I do get meat, I usually get steak, which is weird, right? Because it's like, chow. You're anti-meat, but if you get meat, you want to get steak. Yes, I like never get the chicken anymore. Nothing like bad, but I just don't get it. I really love a veggie bowl, or I sometimes get the sofritas because the tofu is really good. And I don't usually like tofu, but with the sofritas, I am in love. Like I love it so much. But yeah, I always have to get chips and guac. I'm also really obsessed with like the quesadillas right now because they just came out. So like I kind of wanted one today, but I'll probably get one tomorrow. So yeah, I've been obsessed with that because they're kind of new to the menu. But whatever you do, you have to get the dressing. Like without the dressing, the food does not taste the same to me. Like it's just, I need it. All right, you guys, so this is the final look using the e.l.f. X Chipotle collab, and now I'm going to take you guys one by one through every single product of the collab, let you guys know if you should purchase it or not. I believe the collab is sold out, or there's like different like one items left. But anyways, let's start with the makeup bag. Honestly, I got it because it's cute. Honestly, I don't think that I will use this bag at all. If you are a collector, or maybe you worked at Chipotle like me and want to just pick it up, I think you should get it. It does hold the entire collection inside, and inside it kind of is like a foily type of texture. It holds everything in this collab inside of this bag, so if you want to just store it in the bag, that's cute. The next thing that we tried was the plumping gloss, I believe, and this is the stop use of signs of irritation. Ooh. This is the Make It Hot lip plumping gloss in the shade Hot Salsa. I really did like this. I thought that it plumped my lips. I don't think it plumped my lips, but it did give you sort of that burning sensation. So if you like that, I think that you should definitely pick this up. Next, we have the little sponge. Honestly, it worked really well. I love e.l.f. sponges and their brushes, so this was not a surprise to me. I love the little one. I can't find it right now, but I love the little one for like the concealer underneath my eye. I felt like it was the perfect size for that, so I would say get it just because it's really cute, but also it works really well too. And then lastly, the eyeshadow palette. I really did like this. Like I was really surprised with the pigmentation of the palette. I think that this will work on all skin tones, which I feel like I don't always get with collabs, and I think that it's just so true to Chipotle. So I'm actually really impressed with this collection. I'm glad I picked it up. I think that I will get more use out of this palette than I thought I did, just because it does have some of my favorite types of shades, like the pinto beans and the black beans shade. I'm going to be using all the time for my like everyday type of looks. Those are my final thoughts of this collab. I definitely say pick it up if you are a Chipotle fan, or if you just love makeup. I think that it's a great collab, and the products worked really well. Like everything worked really well. So if you like a gloss, if you like eyeshadow, if you love sponges that look cute, definitely pick it up. Let me know if you purchased anything from the collection down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.